Hi, I'm Will Rice from the Rio, Texas Media Center and PastorWill.net. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to change the banner image in your Squarespace website. Now, the particular function we're looking at today is template specific in Squarespace. I'm working in the Bedford template, which is one of Squarespace's most popular templates, and also one that I often recommended to churches because of its flexibility. And it features a really dynamic banner area for images and text. So we're going to jump in and make some changes here. I'm going to go to my pages list and I'm going to make a change on the I'm new page, right? So right now I have a banner image in the back and I have this text, but we're going to change that right now. So I'm going to go down here and just click on banner. All right, there's my current banner. I'm going to remove that. Now I'm going to go to my file manager here and I'm going to find this particular image, which is also the image that's featured on the front page of this demo website, but I think it's going to work really well. I'm going to drag that over there. It's going to upload and I am going to click save, and there it is. Now, I've also got the ability to change this text. Instead of clicking banner this time, I'm going to click settings. In my settings is my page description. Now, very often we don't pay much attention to this, but in this particular template with these banners, there's a lot of power in here as well. Anything that I type here is going to show up on the banner image. Now, we also have some options here in how we format it. If you notice on the web page, take action is in bold, all uppercase text, right? If I retype this, take more action, and I click save, that's been changed. But watch this. I'm going to go back in there, and this is bolded right now. I'm going to unbold it and click save. Now it has become just regular text. Let me show you how that works. Anything that you bold here will show up in the main heading font of your website's settings. So look at that. Now more text is what has been raised to uppercase and put in bold. All right, I'm going to change that back. Let's change this verbiage a little bit. And this is my web page. And now I'm going to bold this. There we go. I'm going to go back down here to settings again, and this more text, I don't want that in big letters. I'm going to type something new. This is more text, and I am going to just leave that plain. I'm going to click save, and look at that. Now this button right here is a fantastic feature, and that is easy to do too as well. So I'm going to go back to settings. I'm going to delete that. And we're going to type some new text in here, find out more. Now, if I just click find out more, if I just type find out more, and it's just going to end up there as text, but I wanted that to be a button. All right, I'm going to go back to my settings. I'm going to highlight find out more. I'm going to click on the link button here. Now I can put in another web address, I can put in a link to a file, or I can do a link to another place on my web page. I'm going to just have this go back to the home page for now. And I'm going to click save, and bam, there it is. It's a button. I do want to show you one last thing, and that has to do with aspect ratio. If you notice, this particular image is rather wide and rather short, right? So when you're picking the photo or the image for that space, you're going to want to make sure that that is going to work. Let me go back to the banner here, and you realize this image is cut off. Now it works just fine in this particular case, but know that it's going to cut it off. You're going to see this really dramatically if I remove this image and put in an image that is much taller than it is wide. Here is a Christmas tree in the background, a candle in the front. Now when I click save, you're going to notice that not much of that shows, right? So I'm going to want to find a picture that is going to fit better into that space. Now, however, if I do want to use this image and I just want to use part of it, this image focal point is a great tool. It will choose which part of the image will display if the image is cropped. So I want to move it down because I really want the candle to show, right? So move that down, and look, now I have the candle in there. Still a little bit too tall, but that gives you some ability to work with it. Let me go back here, remove this, put in another image. Let's go back to the candles. Now that focal point still works here. If I drag the focal point way up here and click save, I'm going to notice that my candles are really kind of cut off at the bottom. Wasn't really what I was looking for. And so I'm going to move that focal point down here. That focal point's really important because your page is going to render differently if you're on a mobile device or on a big screen, on a tablet. So really make sure that the focal point is resting on the main part of the image, the part that you want to show. Okay, now one last thing to mention. You may decide that you want that banner to be right up there with no text at all. You just want the banner. I'm going to go back into settings. I'm going to delete all of this. And now when I hit save, it's gone. But also notice, because Squarespace didn't need all of the space for those words, that your banner is much shorter and still just as wide. Keep that in mind when you're deciding whether or not to put text on there and as you're selecting your image. Now that's how to work with banner images in Squarespace in the Bedford template.